Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another. I'm sorry. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Insomnia. Today we got a special guest, Miss Phins, in the building. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl, the NFC quarterbacks, and of course, as always, we're going to get into some news stories. All this right when we get back. What's going on, everybody? It is the season finale of the NFL this weekend, and yo, man, it's gonna be a long nine
Yeah,
months before the regular season.
man.
But hey,
20
listen, we
weeks of
have
football is
the
over.
draft, we have free agency, we have a lot of
Man,
things we could sink our teeth into. So as content creators, last year was my first year. I started on the off season, and I tell you what, doing shows, whatever, kind of help the season, in my opinion, the off season go by a little faster, in my opinion. I don't know. Speaking of people who have shows, this is you celebrate your 2 year anniversary, Miss Vince. What's going on? And
Yes.
and so what made
yep.
you decide to give this a whirl? Because the
Well,
Dolphins community can be crazy, right?
tis true. Well, first and foremost, actually, thank you so much, Crypto Winners Shake, for inviting me and having me here. I'm super grateful, excited for Insomnia, 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm very excited to be on the show. As far as for me, funny enough, and yes, today is my 2 year anniversary of the Miss Finn show. Very excited. And thank you to
yeah.
all you guys, all you fans.
2 year anniversary. Time is going
But for
by.
me, yeah, seriously, I said, better late than never, and I literally started Super Bowl week 2 years ago. I As far as for me, I was actually a year, being on panels and talking and whatever, and then I was pushed. TD definitely is the guy that pushed me, having my dad in his support, and he's like, "You got to do it. You love the team," and I'm like, "Okay." And I was 37 seconds away from not doing it. But then I decided, you know what? Nope, I'm gonna do it. And I pushed myself, and here we are 2 years later, celebrating, having fun, and enjoying it. And the reason why I did it is because honestly, I just wanted to talk to other people besides my family about the Dolphins. That's why I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. What's been your most memorable episode you recorded?
Oh my god, man, that's a loaded one. I've had some awesome, memorable ones. I would say one of the ones that I kind of freaked out the most was when I first
Mhm.
had Richmond Webb on my
Oh
show.
yeah,
That was 2 years ago. I was like, oh my god, like I'm talking to a literal living legend, and he
yeah,
knows my name. Like this is like I was totally like a kid in a candy store. I was super freaking out. That would be like one of my most memorable ones.
Mhm.
I would say my birthday celebration in my first year. That was also like super cool. as well, because my birthday's right like at the beginning of the season in September. So it was that was actually pretty cool, and I would say those two were pretty awesome. But I've had so many memorable ones, to be honest with you, that I can't really super pinpoint. I've had different experiences with different ones. I'm not the same content creator I was when I first started, and I feel that
I could attest to
I learned
that.
so much at the beginning. I learned so much from everything in the beginning, and now I just feel like, man, this is every day. It's a new journey, something new. Something to come up with, something to have fun with. But I've had some really memorable shows, even on League Wide Wednesday with Color. That I mean, we've had some shows where I was like, wow, I couldn't even believe that just happened. Like backstage, we were like, man, I don't know how that. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, and then some of the panels that I've had in the morning show, I've also had. I'm like, oh my god, that was probably one of the coolest shows ever. And then I will say this: this did make me kind of like a little nerd. There was one show. Don't even ask me what I thought. I forgot what that narrative was, but I was thinking, I was bringing up a point, and I brought it up on my show in the morning. And you guys know Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern, you can find Miss Phins. Thank you very much.
Yep.
And I had it, and I had a great conversation, had a panel and everything. The show was so insane that the topic that I brought that day carried on to every other show in the Dolphins community. And I'm talking like on YouTube, on Twitter Spaces, and I was like, wait, did I just set the narrative for the day? Yes, like that was super awesome. I'm not gonna
Yeah. And of course, obviously, my favorite episode is any episode Miss Finsanity 5 is on. So I'm a huge Finsanity fan. 5. You kidding me?
Yeah. I mean, come on, man. She's you can't even say nothing else except she's the best. So very, very blessed to have a great friendship with her, and one of the ones that helped me at the beginning too, to try to get this going, and continues to help me all the time. So absolutely, I can't even say anything less than that.
Yeah. Man, love some Finsanity 5. But she's tamed. She's calmed down. Before she was a lot feistier. When she first started.
Yeah.
Well, that was
different version of her.
That was several years ago. So yeah, when she first started, I mean, that's why I call her quadruple OG. So, but yeah, phenomenal.
Yeah,
phenomenal.
I remember when I first started on YouTube, I was a troll. I was a scummy in the chat. You know who scummy is?
Yeah,
scummy. Right.
So yeah, I was a troll.
I remember those days.
Was those the good old days, Shake Money?
Yeah, you know what? I'm just kidding. I wasn't a troll because I still am a troll. So that's why when people try to get under my skin in the chat, right? When people try to get under my skin in the chat, I'm like, you can't troll a troll, bro. You cannot troll a troll.
Right.
That's
you
all.
can't
Go ahead. You just wasting your time.
Exactly. You can't outslick an oil can. That's right.
But anyway, so let's talk about the this Sunday. There's a Taylor Swift concert with some football being played.
I know, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's right. They having a Taylor Swift concert in a football game to break out.
All jokes aside, Taylor Swift is actually performing in Japan and will be traveling from the concert in Japan. So it'll already be Monday in Japan while the game almost will be going on. So she's going to try to fly back as soon as possible for the Super Bowl.
Man.
I'm just saying, like, you guys know.
Time life.
You know,
she's from the area. She's from our area. She's from my area up here. She's not that far away from
I heard she's from. Yeah, I heard she's from the Northeast or the.
She's from the Northeast, dude.
Well, I'm in South Florida, sir.
Yeah, she sounds sorry, but she sold out the link in like no time.
By the way, I like Swifties because they clean up my floor really good. You put them on the thing.
Wow. So for Jet Set, thanks.
Special one.
No, but I mean, yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. See, it's funny enough. I actually have a giveaway, and I have the over under at 4.5 of how many times they're gonna show in a Super Bowl, and it's over under 4.5. And I've got people, and I'm giving away a little Dan Marino, like a little Dan Marino
bobblehead.
Funko Pop. Yeah, it's a
it is a bobblehead.
Yep. So I was like, because why not? Why not have fun? You know what I mean? So yeah. So shout out.
Hey, speaking of which, yesterday I was watching League Wide Wednesday, and all of a sudden I heard, I walked in, and all of a sudden I hear Dan Marino stretching. Something stretching, color talking about stretching something, whatever. All I know is that Dan Marino said that Tua is going to win more Super Bowls than Brady and Patrick Mahomes combined. That's what Marino said, right?
That's what he said. Well, I can neither confirm or deny that, but I will say
we might also talk to some.
He was definitely, Dan Marino was generalizing how much the Dolphins can go ahead and be better at, and give it another go for this year. So I think it was speaking more generalization, and yeah, that particular quote that everybody keeps misspeaking on. Yeah, it was definitely taken out of context, but I mean, why not? You want to believe that you can beat with your, get there to the Super Bowl and win it with your guys. So makes sense.
Man, listen. I don't think Dan Marino is gonna go. So you think Tua could win a Super Bowl? No, man. He should go back to Hawaii and sell pineapples. What you expect him to say?
Yeah, exactly. On Super Bowl week, we're just not going to support our quarterback.
I think
sometimes
they should get the bum out of here.
Now, behind closed doors, amongst his friends, I don't know what he's saying. But come on, man. You first of all, even if you were the owner, not even you would trust your own quarterback because you need to salvage as much trade value as possible. So come on, man. Some people I don't get them.
Well, look. At the end of the day, unless we seen bad quarterbacks, all right. Mm-hmm. And I know Jay Fiedler won a bunch of games, but that 2002 defense can't hold a candle. I mean, this defense cannot hold a candle to the 2002 Dolphin defense. No, they cannot. So at the end of the day, look, they had none of the quarterbacks that we had. Exactly. None of the quarterbacks that we've had 11 wins. So at the end of the day, look, if Tua was trash for people said,
we went 11-5.
When?
The year that we
2008.
Yeah,
the one we won the division.
Of course, we had the Wildcat year, but I'm just saying the Chad Pennington. But for the most part, if a quarterback was that trash, we wouldn't win 11 games.
No, not at all. We are literally the league's more 500 team. Like you cannot find a more 500 team than the Miami Dolphins, and I've already done the numbers. It was insane.
Believe it or not, like it or not, Tua.
How many?
We have 4 winning seasons with Tua Tagovailoa.
He's a winner. You can't deny that. He's a winner.
And that's under 2 regimes. Evenly.
Mm-hmm. That is true. So all of the 20 years, stand up, be counted.
Right. So, you got to acknowledge that it was done under the previous one because they want to make you believe that it only happened recently under this regime. Only this regime can cause them to have a winning record. The previous one did as well.
I know, but it is what it is at this point. I'm like, I brush it off now.
Yeah.
See, I
could at home, so trust me.
I live in a world where I could love Flores and Tua at the same time.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Which is impossible nowadays.
Well, you know what?
They force you. They force you into one or the other camp. Yeah.
It's the fans. It's not even Tua. This is the sad part. It's not even Tua himself. Like he's just a guy.
No,
he's a quarterback. Whatever he's doing and developing and all that. Fine. It's his fans.
It's the fans
that are just. They go so ham. It's like, okay, go ham, but also acknowledge that there are things he's got to get better at. That's the only thing. That's
Yeah, but then
that's
you got the other fans, that just like, oh, well, we can trade him for like 3 picks, and I'm like, dude, he's not going nowhere. Like, where do you think he's going? Like,
Yeah, and
he's
listen,
not
winners.
going anywhere.
If you can trade him for three
That
firsts,
is
you
a
wouldn't trade him.
I would, but where is he going? He's not going
yeah.
anywhere.
Oh,
I'm not saying that he
you
will.
got to
I'm
find a sucker to give up 3 picks for one
He's
guy.
fine suckers.
Right.
Greer's actually very good at finding suckers like that. So
well, they say
To give
death.
up 3 for 1.
Listen, death, taxes, and Tua is going to be our starting quarterback next year. That's it.
facts. Facts.
Right. Something you can rely on. You might can
See,
avoid taxes for a certain amount, but you can't avoid death.
Right.
yeah. So, or Tua being our
Listen,
long-term
I am not going to mess with the faction that brought down Al Capone. Okay, that was the IRS.
Yeah, they did.
Wow. True. That
Yeah, they
is true.
definitely did.
That is true.
That's the entity that eventually brought them down.
Untouchables couldn't do it, but the man, the little geek with the glasses in the
With the
pocket
glasses in
protector.
the briefcase. The glasses
Hey,
in the
if you can't
briefcase
get
and
him
the
with one thing, you
suspenders.
gotta get him. Yeah, you gotta get him for something else. So
You
why
forgot about the
not?
suspenders. They
Yeah,
wear
yeah.
no suspenders.
Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
the little like click.
Yeah.
I love it.
So, who do y'all got in the Super Bowl this year?
Oof.
I know Crypto's
I,
got the 49ers, so I had to
I
ask
got
him.
I got the Buccaneers.
Oh shit! What the hell?
I'm gonna pick a team that is not
You're
even
as
playing
bad
on
as
Sunday.
Color picking Joe Mixon as his impact running back. I'm like, bro, he's not even in the
Joe Mixon.
playoffs. What are we talking about? But well, I have a
Oh
whole
man,
show tomorrow that I'll be discussing that. Um,
Miss Fans has
but I'll
got her
give you,
show tomorrow.
But
yeah.
don't
But
worry,
I
this
know,
is gonna air Sunday morning. So
Oh
your
yeah, that's
show's gonna
right. You're good. You actually
yeah,
good.
oh yeah,
your
yeah,
They
yeah.
show's
won't
gonna
see
Okay,
your pick now.
perfect,
Yeah, they
perfect.
won't see it.
So
Yeah, they won't see
yeah,
it.
this is the thing. So I actually want the 49ers to win personally. I love the story with Brock Purdy. I really love CMC. I really want him. I think he's such a phenomenal all around player that I want him to be able to get that Super Bowl and hoist it because I think he has put enough in this league to give me several years of awesome football. So I'm rooting for the Niners to win. I think it would be great. It would make them the third team ever to reach the 6 Super Bowls, behind the Steelers and then the Patriots. So that's pretty cool. That's a cool storyline. It'll also add to the fact that it doesn't matter where you're drafted. You once you get an opportunity, you
yeah.
can make it happen. And seeing that literally at the last possible pick, you know what I mean? To be able to hoist the Lombardi. I think that's beautiful. I know we've had like Kurt, Kurt with the greatest show on turf, undrafted, obviously getting it. You can't get any lower than undrafted. But as far as somebody that did get drafted, I think it
Hmm.
gives it's a great story for
Yeah,
young players coming in.
and
So
of course,
that's
you got Tom Brady, Mr. 199th pick.
exactly, which
Yeah,
it goes to
being
show
a
that
final pick
really
in the
you
sixth
have to do
round.
your evaluation on all rounds, not just the
Mhm.
top. It's gonna. There are
Right.
gems in every single round, and if you can find them, the most improbable pick is in the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen, from a year ago, or well, this is second year
Yeah,
technically,
you're
so
right.
for
Here you go.
2 years ago. So
Hmm.
yeah, this is to me
Hmm.
personally, I love the team. Love Debo, Ayuk, and I love what they're doing. And I personally want the 49ers to win. I think it is going to be
Yeah,
a
I do
close
too.
game. In my opinion, I don't think it's going to be like a blowout either way. I don't see a blowout. I do think that San Francisco's offense will have issues with the Kansas City defense because I don't like. I'm sure you guys know, but Kansas City's defense is actually pretty flippy. They're good. They're number 2 when it comes to scoring points scored at 17.3. points allowed. So yeah, like they're pretty good defense, and I think that's gonna be their biggest weapon is their defense versus the Niners. I think that's gonna be the matchup I'm looking forward to the most, in my opinion,
Yeah.
because I still think that the Chiefs are going to chief the offense. The Chiefs offense is going to chief offense, but their defense, can they hold that championship defense together? Because it's the first time, in my opinion, in their history within the last 6-7 years, they have been led by their defense and not their offense. So there
Yeah.
you go.
That's why.
I agree.
That's why I sit there and pick the Kansas City Chiefs. To be the man, you got to beat the man, and the Kansas City Chiefs have been the most disrespected team, a disrespected defending champion I've ever seen in the media. Everybody keeps betting against this team every week, time in, time out. They finally
what does it take?
They finally did something. No. There has been a lot of, I'm not going to say all, but a lot of the analysts have sat there and just said, oh, well, this one. No. And to be the man, you got to beat the man. And they had a chip on their shoulder because they heard the naysayers saying that they were done, that they weren't going to repeat, they weren't going to put themselves in a position. And I'm looking like even they had analysts had us beating the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City. There were analysts that had us beating them. So to be the man, you got to beat the man. They've done something. They had a home game. They went to Buffalo and beat Buffalo in Buffalo. They had things that went their way in Buffalo. And then they went into Baltimore and played a lights out game against them where the game came within a half a yard from changing. Literally a defensive play that was a half a yard.
Difference of that game, right?
That's literally that was the play of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. It was.
The Bills got
and
it
this
bad.
is what KC get their revenge on the rest of the league.
13 seconds, half a yard, like they just can't get away.
Well, yeah, I think that was Marty McFly because I was born when the first Wide Right. I watched that when I was a kid, so I remember the first Wide Right. So when it happened again, I was like, "Oh my God, it happened again!"
Again,
so
same
I was
franchise, and this time in their building.
Right. I think I was live watching that show. Yes, I was live.
That's crazy.
Watching
I was watching with you.
Yeah, we were watching it together. Yeah,
with
exactly. We were live watching that show, and I was like, oh my God, like what the, like I couldn't contain myself. I was like, no way, they missed that. Like no.
I know you were mad. You're like, damn it, Kansas City's giving this game away. Damn it, Kansas City just gave this game away.
I was so pissed. I was so pissed because I was like, man, especially when you fumble, that like, oh my God, I was so pissed.
When that ball went right, and it was like the weather, it wasn't even there, it was like, boom. He tried to overcompensate, but it just went true. Line drive probably would have did it.
He kicked it.
He tried to do it. Yeah, he did. He kicked it too high to let the wind affect it more. So he line driving it or just driving it. He probably would have made it if he'd have just drove the ball. Study putting it up in the air that high. That's what did it for him. It took that turn.
That wind took that ball. The wind was like, woo!
It was like, oh, you thought, no.
Right.
Nah, we're not gonna do it.
As a matter of fact, that was my Super Bowl.
Honestly.
Yeah.
That was crazy. That was wild.
Yeah.
I was like, man, they about to get ready to go to Baltimore. At least have a shot at it.
I was like,
man,
like that's it. It's over. Like, I was mad because I can't stand the Bills. I will always hate anybody in our division that is in the Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you with that.
That right. I was like,
that caught everybody off guard though. Everybody knew that was going
not
in.
Even
I was like,
Vegas.
That caught a lot of people off guard on that one.
But you know what? The Chiefs. One thing about the Chiefs, they have an advantage because they're familiar with that stadium. They have to play once a year in that stadium, so they it's a stadium they're familiar with. But
pretty much, they've been playing there a lot over.
Yeah, they say that the odds of whoever wears the white jersey, they end up winning more. There's more Super Bowls that winners that wear the white jerseys than the dark jerseys.
Who's winning white?
Really?
Okay, look, guys. I'm gonna give you a
I ain't
conspiracy.
know
Let me get
that
in
part of it.
close for this one,
That's
okay?
interesting.
Although
I'll
I
say,
want the Niners to win, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. The Chiefs are gonna win. Are you kidding me? It's already set. It's propped. You'll see. The Chiefs are gonna end
yeah,
up winning. Like
yeah,
they got
and it's
all
gonna be a
every.
storybook ending too.
Oh my god! Yeah. Oh my god! Kelsey with a touchdown with 3 seconds left. Super Bowl. Like I'm telling you right now.
I want to go to
I
Disney
don't
World.
want that.
What do you do next? I want to go to Disney World. Commercials already
Exactly.
been made.
Like
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, they already got in the team store in that stadium, and they already got the all in, t-shirts and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Well,
It's
Well,
already
what's funny
yeah.
is Dan Marino revealed it. He said when he played the 49ers, Coke did two commercials. One where the Dolphins won the Super Bowl, and then an outcome where the 49ers won the Super Bowl.
Right.
yeah. Typically,
Yeah.
that's what they do because you got to
Typically
be
So,
they
prepared
do
for
it.
the moment because
You
you
have to
got to
be prepared for
strike
the
while the
moment, right at the spot, right?
yeah, like
And then the
literally
prep,
right at the
and then
spot.
the paper will have to. You have to have one of those newspaper printing both as winners,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then
yeah, all I
they'll
know
just
is
throw that out,
Zimbabwe is
right?
gonna get one of those loser shirts.
The
Whoever the
losers,
loser is,
whoever the
Zimbabwe is
loser,
gonna get those T-shirts.
Yeah.
right? Do you know I had the Dolphins 1984 Super Bowl champions that managed to make his way back in the states? I remember I was like when I was in what I want to say eighth grade, and I saw somebody actually had. I'm like, man, how did they get that shirt up here? Normally they shipped them off to a third world country, but it made its way back to the U.S. where I saw Dolphins Super Bowl champions 1984. I was like, well,
Yeah,
I'll be
I,
damned. that
That would have been so
that
awesome.
hurt so bad. I was like, oh man, only if that was the case. I was mad. Yep.
hey, listen. There's somebody in a third world country right now think the Buffalo Bills won 4 Super Bowls.
Right.
Oh,
That's true. They're four-time champion in third
Oh,
world country.
that's
Yeah.
probably their
And
favorite
and
game.
and hey, Shake Money in Madagascar. That's who they Buffalo is a dynasty in Madagascar.
Yeah,
And
Listen, there
right,
was
that's what
there
they
was a
is.
show that made if the Bills had won, and they did like this anti or like opposites world where the Bills actually won
Right, like a
4
parallel
straight.
universe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a parallel. When I saw that, I was like, wow,
And
damn.
how it would have changed. Did they go into it and say how it would have changed the rest, the domino effect, how it would have changed today?
It would have
How it would have affected
because you
today's game? Yeah.
absolutely because you wouldn't have had look. I mean, they would have taken over the '90s. Essentially,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have had the success. I mean, if they went 4 straight, you have to
Yeah,
think
true butterfly
they're gonna,
effect. Yeah.
yeah, they're gonna stay together for at least an extra 5, 6, 7 years, to try to get another.
Right.
So that means that period of where you had the late part of Marino and none of that would have existed. And in the start of there would have been no dynasty for Belichick and the
For
Patriots.
Belichick, right.
There
It
wouldn't
would have
have.
been
It wouldn't because it would have
exactly.
overlapped. It would have
It would have
overlapped.
been different because they probably wouldn't have been the team that draft Brady. It
Yep.
would have been different. That pick would have been in a different order, and
It would
another
have been.
team could have picked Brady. You
Oh
see
my
what I'm
god.
saying? They wouldn't have had that pick in and that slot
No, they
because of the
wouldn't.
way the shuffling of the wins and losses with those teams with had Buffalo won all four of those Super Bowls.
Absolutely.
So
And they would have
yeah,
got
you're right. That's a true butterfly effect.
it
But
really is,
today's game will be totally different.
right?
Yeah,
You wouldn't have
had those
all those
Super Bowls would
babies
have been won.
born, within the last 20 years that are all Patriots fans and blah blah blah. Like you wouldn't have none of that. None of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If
that
you would
effect would have happened to us too with
yeah,
with Marino winning. Tua wouldn't have been drafted by us because that would
absolutely.
have pushed all the draftees different, and the tanking year would have happened in a different year because Marino
Absolutely.
played longer.
Exactly.
He
Marino
would
would have
had
played
he
longer.
played an extra year, right, exactly. The
And this
draft
is the
order would
thing.
have been different. The
Hold
picks
up.
would have been different. Yeah,
Because people don't think about this. It is said, it's been confirmed multiple places that the Dolphins were looking to bring Barry in, but they couldn't make it happen his last year in '99. So
right.
can you imagine? He would have stayed there for '99, at least '99, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003 with Barry.
Yes.
You mean to tell me in those times when, the Bills are trying again to get to the Super Bowl that Marino wouldn't have gotten one? with Barry. What
With
he was
Barry, yeah.
a running back? Like, come on, man.
That's
It would have been
a good point.
absolutely,
Yeah, Barry would have delayed it even more. That
absolutely,
pick, and our
and then
tanking year would have happened at a different time, or
it would
even
have.
probably would have never happened because we
It would
probably
have
would have
never.
never drafted Tannehill, or we probably would went with another quarterback.
There's no Henny. There's no
Exactly.
Pennington.
Exactly.
That
Right.
we don't have had. We Jimmy Johnson would have still been coaching us all the way up to like 2010.
2011 or 2012.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
exactly. So you're talking about no Gase, no Sperano, none of that for us. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Parcells
So,
wouldn't have affected us with that bad #1 overall pick.
exactly.
It's a
What they
lot
would
of stuff that would have changed just by that one Super Bowl victory,
and what they
delaying
would have
everything.
done is they would have
Yeah.
actually taken all those picks, because obviously they're gonna be late picks. You're gonna go, and what are you gonna do? You're gonna try to shore up the line as much as possible so Barry and Marino could have eaten. That's it. And then, drafting those defensive players, like, you would have never had a Patriots dynasty. You would have never had Philly winning a Super Bowl. You would have never, none of that would have existed. None
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
that.
That's true. Yeah.
Not at
Yeah.
all. And you're talking about then we, as a franchise, we would have had two dynasties essentially. Because you mean to tell me if Marino gets one, he ain't gonna get another one? I mean, obviously it's not guaranteed, but with
Yeah.
the
He'd
way
he'd
that
probably got at least 2 out of 4 or 5. Yeah.
at least 2 out of 4 or 5, exactly. So now, and then, dude, that affects who else? Peyton Manning. He wouldn't have won
Yeah.
with the Colts. You see what I mean?
Or
Mhm.
let's say if
He
we
would have won with the Colts, and they would have never drafted Andrew Luck either.
right, if we would have had that, we could have been the team that drafted him to replace Marino, like
Oh
they
my
did with
God,
Aaron
we would have.
Rodgers.
Oh my God.
You see what I'm saying? We could have been
Oh
like Green
my
Bay,
God, bro.
went from Favre to Rodgers to Jordan Love, that type of situation.
Oh
He could
my
have fell in our lap, and we could have continued it.
And we would have kept Jimmy Johnson, because why would you change it? Jimmy Johnson would have been a Shula 2.0 at that point. You know what I mean? And you got everything
Right,
you
had
wanted
we
out of
been able to
Marino.
get Peyton Manning at the time, right after Marino left.
You got everything you would have wanted out of Marino. You got everything you need. You know what I mean? Like, my God, we just talked about, we went on a multiverse, ladies and gentlemen. Like,
Yes.
The multiverse. This is
like,
the multiverse version of Insomnia.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alternate universes, dimensions,
Well,
the butterfly effect of one win and one loss in the Super Bowl.
well,
Hey.
when by the time this is airing, this is 3:30, and this is 3:30 in the morning. You're not dreaming, by the folks.
you're not dreaming.
You're not right. You're not dreaming.
But
Exactly.
so listen, we move on to the topic of du jour.
Mhm.
I want to bring up. We talked about how Brady, it was 100. I like to bring up the numbers games, right?
Mhm.
I love doing correlations with numbers. The one stadium where Tom Brady has a losing record is Dolphin Stadium,
Mhm.
Hard Rock. He was draft pick 199. Dolphin Stadium is on 199th Street.
Oh wow.
199th Street. Wow.
I mean,
Damn. That's crazy. You want to talk about another universe?
man, we're knee deep. Don't even let me start it, because I got this whole theory as well about the Super Bowl, but I'm not even gonna take you down to that.
Well, I thought I'll tell you real briefly. One of my theories is the AFC East currently constructed. Take out the Colts. The AFC East currently constructed. Each team, the Jets, the Patriots, the Bills, and the Dolphins, have reached the pinnacle of their franchise when the quarterback wore the number 12. The Jets with Joe Namath, Buffalo Bill with Jim Kelly,
True.
Dolphins with Greasy, and of course Brady with Patriots with Brady.
Oh snap! That's true.
The pinnacles
Yep.
of their franchise.
Of the
when the
franchise.
quarterback
But
wore
yeah.
number 12.
When that number was worn. Wow.
Wouldn't
That's
we be
it,
the
Jake Money.
best division too? If you think about it, we would have had the most.
We
Super
would have
Bowls.
had the most Super Bowls. Yeah.
We
Yep.
would have had the
Studied
most
it in
Super Bowls.
NFC East. AFC East will have just as many.
Yeah.
Super
Yeah, the
Bowls,
NFC
yeah.
East has the most Super Bowls right now.
Right.
Yeah, exactly,
The NFC
with
right now
Dallas,
has the most.
Giants, I get it. Eagles added. Washington have theirs. I get it. But
Right. So
but it
every
would have been
team, they're the
us.
only division that every team has won.
But it would have
A
been
Super
us in
Bowl.
that case.
Right. It
Yeah.
would have been
Because
our
remember,
division. Yep.
just won theirs. They just won theirs in 2018. So Philly in our multiverse, Philly would have never won in 2018, or at least it wouldn't have, because they wouldn't have gotten Carson Wentz, and he's really the reason why they made it there. You know, he got injured at the end, and Nick Foles took over, but it was him. Had he not actually gotten them there, they would have never been in the Super Bowl or the playoffs like that. But
right,
man, like
that our division titles would have been what the Giants got from the Patriots. Like it would have been switched. Right.
And then think about this. Sorry, Shake, but we're
no problem.
With Peyton, right? Because you said we go from Marino to Peyton, right? That's what we said, because the Colts wouldn't have gotten him, right? Or we would have gotten Andrew Luck, because I thought it was Andrew Luck.
Oh, Andrew Luck. Yeah, Andrew Luck. My bad. So Andrew Luck, it would have been.
Wouldn't have had that Super Bowl with the Colts, right? We would have had Andrew Luck. Guess what? You still have Eli. Would he have gone to the Giants and won a Super Bowl versus, because at this point, there is no franchise versus, so that would have affected the Giants too, and the other Manning. And then would have Peyton ever gotten to the Broncos to get his other Super Bowl? No, I don't think so.
Yeah. By the way, I brought up another correlation. The Giants, the Belichick correlation with the Giants. All 4 Super Bowl, the first 2 were with Belichick. The last 2 were against Belichick. All of the Giants Super Bowls had to do with Belichick, either with or against.
Or against him. Yep, he was involved in all 4 of these Super Bowls.
Yeah, they got 4 and against 4 Super Bowls.
Yeah,
essentially.
Yep. Essentially, yeah. He's the reason why the Giants got 4 Super Bowls. Yeah.
Because That's Eli beat him twice. He is a true Belichick killer, period. Like this, Eli, did you see Eli, his little rap? Like,
yeah.
It was so adorable. What is it?
Oh, the little
Brady is the greatest.
He's the GOAT. Psych.
I beat him twice.
Oh,
I beat him twice.
All right.
Oh man, I love that part.
All right, let's start off west. We're going to talk about the quarterbacks now. Let's start off west with Arizona. Do you think they need a quarterback? Yes, no.
No.
No, not yet.
No. They already paid them. They're gonna have to.
They'll get some more receivers. Yeah.
I agree. They need weapons. They're gonna get them. So I'm not worried about.
I say their best quarterback was Josh Rosen.
Oh shit!
Josh Rosen.
Yo, what the?
Is that Peter prove?
Not even close.
Hey, Shake, did Peter prove that? Make sure that's Peter proved. Did Peter prove that?
No, it was Pete. I don't think Skylar Thompson played for the Cardinals.
Oh, here we go.
Make sure it's Peter proved.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm agree with you.
Y'all are too much, man. I can't.
All right, yeah. Seattle next.
Seattle
over the career.
No. We're talking about do they need a quarterback right now? So right now,
not yet. No,
not yet.
No, they won't be drafting one. No,
you need 2 more years, in my opinion. Give
2 more,
3 years in total. See what you can get out of him and pick up your draft picks so you can keep building, and then once you get that opportunity, strike on the quarterback.
Yeah, do a bridge.
They wanted to go with Mason Rudolph. That's who everybody thought they was going to draft. He passed up on Mason Rudolph.
Obviously, their best quarterback is Russell Wilson.
It's Wilson, yeah. Russell Wilson is their best quarterback.
It ain't Matt Hasselbeck, I could tell you that.
Right. It's definitely not Trent Dilfer Hasselbeck, right.
Agreed.
I think he played with them for 1 year, didn't he?
I remember because he took them to the Super Bowl. I remember the thing was, hey, ladies and gentlemen, the hassle is back.
The hassle is back.
Yeah. Not to be confused with Hasselhoff, the guy from Knight Rider.
Right.
They are Baywatch, you know?
Yeah. All right. Well, then again, me and Crypto and Winters, we're old, so we know that Knight Riders, which is, in my opinion, the baddest theme song out there.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, Busta Rhymes did remember Busta Rhymes? Just fire. Oh man. And Timberland and Magoo did one too that was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Rams. Obviously Stafford is
no Kurt
getting up
Warner,
there.
man. Ain't no way.
Warner's the
Sorry.
best in the
Sorry.
Rams.
We're going first. Do they need a quarterback? Yes, I would say after next year. After
Yeah.
next year.
After next
And
year.
I would say Kurt Warner is their best quarterback too. In St. Louis.
You can probably when these were
Come on, man.
yeah.
In St. Louis. Him and Marshall Falk. Come on, man.
It's close. Well, overall, you would say Kurt.
They were kind of my first.
Stafford made a short run, but they've had some decent quarterbacks even throughout the years. Mark Bolger was good for them.
Yeah. Not like
so they had good quarterbacks for a while. Even when they was crappy, they had decent quarterbacks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
they had a pretty good lineup of quarterbacks over the years.
So we're saying Kurt Warner was the best quarterback and two teams in the AFC West, Arizona and LA. Yeah, the Rams. San Francisco, no doubt. San Francisco. Everybody knows the best quarterback there was
Elvis Gerbach.
It's
Elvis Gerbach.
Oh my gosh, yo.
Okay.
No, man. I was gonna say Garcia. Jeff Garcia.
I was gonna say
Jeff Garcia. I got Elvis Gerbach. That's it. You can't beat Elvis. Elvis is the king.
Actually, Josh Rosen.
He played for them.
Sam Donald.
No, all right. I don't know. Everybody knows. Come on, let's be serious. Whatchamacallit? Joe Montana, no question.
Yeah, of course, Montana for the long term. But as far as do they need a new quarterback now? No. They got Purdy. He's on a rookie quarterback.
Not right now. He's on his rookie deal.
Yeah, rookie deal. You got 2 more years on him. You can always extend him after next year. Absolutely don't need a quarterback. So I think they got the perfect team and formula right now. So.
Oh man. All right. The Carolina Panthers, who has their quarterback, who has all of Kyler Murray's weaknesses and none of his strengths.
So NFC South. Okay, this one's tough. Bryce Young. I think that he's too young that you cannot. It's a first overall pick. I think you still got to give him at least 3 years minimum.
Yeah, you give him his rookie year.
What I mean? Give him at least 3 years minimum, bare minimum. So
because they did fire a coach.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Matt Rule. So
halfway.
They need.
And you know what? Panthers did that twice because the year before they fired the coach halfway.
Oh, right.
Halfway through the season, wasn't it? So it's hard environment for a quarterback to get his foot going. And
exactly.
So, yeah.
So you can't blame him on that.
They need,
minimum 3 years, in my opinion. Yeah. So not looking for a quarterback right now, unless you could get a gem. Then obviously take the gem.
Yeah.
But for now, they're good. Overall, best quarterback of all time. I can only speak for who I think so, and that has to be Cam Newton.
I agree.
Newton is best.
It's a pretty young franchise. So
yeah, exactly. They're one of the expansion teams. So that's
Newton.
Yeah. So David needs to temper his expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Atlanta. Obviously, I'm going with Matty Ice.
They go deep.
I'm going with Matty Ice.
Matty Ice. Yeah. Because I'm thinking about the old Falcon quarterbacks. So Michael Vick and him. Michael Vick was the most talented, but I think Matty Ice was probably more well-rounded.
No, I'm going Michael Vick.
Hey, everybody has their opinion. Michael Vick. What say you, Winters?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't watched a lot of Atlanta football, but honestly, I would say, wasn't Steve DeBerg at one point Atlanta Falcons quarterback?
Oh yeah, he's a quarterback for everybody. Who wasn't he a quarterback for? He played for everybody, bro.
Yeah, he did. He was
the original Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick before Fitzpatrick.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, but no, I have to go.
And he was the quarterback that helped us beat Dallas in that Thanksgiving game. So
he was the quarterback.
It has to be Mike Vick, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But he invented what the quarterbacks.
I mean, it's a good debate. Yep.
Look at what he did when he was in Atlanta.
When he was there, yeah, that's true.
Now, where do you think they got it from? That didn't exist in the league, which is why he was so lethal. You can say. Okay.
Randall was first.
True. But who made it more saucy was Vic.
Well, you got to think. You're right, but Randall was the first, and then the prototype Michael Vick.
You're right.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you.
The difference between Randall and Vick was Randall was a way better passer.
Yeah.
Accuracy was better. Accuracy was better, but Michael Vick had a cannon as well.
Oh yeah, he did.
So,
Michael Vick could do like literally with the flick of his wrist, throw the ball 50 yards.
Right.
Who right now today's football is the closest to him? Because I think it's Lamar, in my opinion.
Lamar's the closest to Vick now.
Lamar,
in today's
Lamar
with combination of speed and running and passing. He's a robo QB. Yep. Yeah,
that's the closest. Definitely Tua.
A.R. Richardson is probably going to be competing once he gets healthy. We'll know.
I'm trying not to laugh, bro.
We have a Tua.
Now, as far as today, do they need a quarterback? Absolutely. They're in desperate need of a quarterback.
They do need a quarterback.
Yes. Do whatever you can.
Because they revamped that defense over there in Atlanta. They spent a nice amount of money on it, and the offense did not deliver.
They got weapons. This is the thing. They got weapons.
Yeah. They're gonna, now that they're right, Raheem Morris is going to be there. They're going to be my new team to pick to make the playoffs next year. I pick a new team every year.
The Lions? Is that them?
Yep. They're going to be my new team to make the playoffs, to crack through. The fresh, I call it my fresh blood pick. It's always some fresh blood making the playoffs every year.
Because for me 2 years ago was the Lions and Jaguars. So I'm gonna give you my NFC one will be Atlanta. That'll be the team that will.
That's the fresh blood pick.
Yeah.
All right, we have New Orleans, and of course, I'm gonna say Drew Brees was their best quarterback.
It's not even a question. Drew Brees.
No, actually, no.
You sure it's not Taysom Hill?
Archie Manning.
I'm about to say, don't love the Archie Manning. Damn,
don't love for Archie Manning.
I'm a young person.
No, but actually, we never seen Archie Manning, so that's why I say Drew Brees. But
I've never seen him. Yeah, I grew up watching Drew Brees, so I can't. I don't want to lie and say Archie Manning. For me,
a lot of these quarterbacks, I'm saying because I've seen them or watched NFL while they were playing. So you know what I mean.
I know y'all don't. I know y'all don't remember. Y'all don't remember this one. Y'all showing hate on Bobby Hebert.
Oh,
that's who's the best quarterback for New Orleans.
You ain't right.
And that sounds like a Cajun. Sounds like a Cajun.
That sounds like Cajun for Pat White. That's what that sounds like.
Cajun for Pat White.
Yes. What's funny is I seen on the thing it says, "Did you know that Tua Tagovailoa is Samoan for Tim Tebow?"
Oh,
right.
Wow.
Samoan for Tim Tebow.
He's our quarterback, so we can say whatever we want.
Right.
I don't care. Funny is funny.
Yeah, funny is funny, exactly. But I will say Drew Brees. But I'll give it to you, winners. If you want to say Archie, everybody's.
I was joking about Archie.
Okay.
Archie had
Buccaneers. Definitely Jameis Winston.
Hold on.
30 for 30.
Their current quarterback. Do they need a quarterback? And I think
yeah, they do because I don't think Derek Carr is going to be there for longer.
No.
I don't think so. Maybe one more year, and then they'll look for one. So yeah, okay. Now you say Tampa Bay?
Yeah, Jameis Winston.
Yeah, Jameis. Wait a minute. Doug Williams don't get no love? Doug Williams with the old school cream uniforms?
Yeah, he does. If you take out Tom Brady's first year, it is Doug Williams.
Actually, Chris Sims is their best quarterback.
Or Vinny Testaverde.
Get the heck out of here, man. What you talking about? Oh my God, with Gruden. Who was the quarterback when?
You talking about what's his
Brad
name?
Johnson.
Brad Johnson.
That was Brad Johnson with Gruden.
No, you don't know. You know why you don't? Because they had a cheat sheet. Yeah, I don't give them that Super Bowl. How you go against the same team? No, you know that they never. You know the Raiders never changed their game plan. And when the Tampa Bay Bucks was, they like we already knew the plays before they called it. Yeah, because they was using the same system that Gruden put in from the year before. That's a fact.
Their problem. That's their problem.
You knew. Listen, it was like, okay, somebody just gave the answers to the test, and the coach goes to the other team, and then that coach goes against his old team in the Super Bowl. What you think's going to happen? You don't switch nothing
He's
up.
gonna get Mike Shanahan.
I mean, literally, you switched nothing up, Miss Phins. They didn't switch anything up.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I was no terminology, no nothing. Oh, we're gonna just give you the same thing. Really? That's how we're gonna win the Super Bowl? Really?
Hey, I mean, they gave him the layup, whatever. It don't even matter. A win is a win. You know what I mean? But yeah, they need a quarterback, obviously.
Yeah, because Baker Mayfield wants to come back.
Good. I think he'll get a 3-year contract.
Yeah,
but they're still gonna need a quarterback within the next 2-3 years. So.
Actually, there's reports I heard that he might follow his the offensive coordinator for New England he might go to New England. There's talks that he might follow that because they hired an offensive coordinator that was the Patriots did,
right?
And they say there's talks that he might follow him to New England.
That's interesting. I mean, if I'm Tampa Bay, I want to keep him. We just took him to the playoffs, you know.
So would you say Tom Brady was the best quarterback they've had
for Tampa Bay? I mean,
yeah.
Sure.
But the best quarterback they drafted was Jameis Winston, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Yes, definitely.
The best one they drafted. But the best one
Jameis Winston.
You cannot take away from what's his name, Brady. Come on, bro. First
wait a minute.
Super Bowl, like.
Let's think about this, y'all. We can eliminate 8 teams. We can say 8 teams. We can say Mr. Fitzpatrick was the greatest quarterback for 8 of the NFL teams.
That's true.
Tampa was one of them.
Besides ours, yeah.
Except ours. You sure about that, Miss Phins? I don't know.
Come on, bro.
We're going to Crypto's hometown in Chicago, the Bears.
Ooh. NFC North, okay.
This is fun.
You think with that number 1 overall?
We're gonna go with Jim. By default, it's Jim McMahon.
It's the only Super Bowl they won. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Jim McMahon.
But hold up. For this,
you say Vince McMahon?
Jim McMahon.
I don't think you want to mention nothing about Vince
McMahon.
Right now, that's the last thing you want to mention.
Right.
You heard nothing. These are not the mans you were looking for. But I would say right now, this is the interesting part about Chicago. They hold the number 1 and the number 10 pick overall in this upcoming draft. You have a young quarterback in his rookie deal still. I believe because he was drafted in the first round, so he's still got. This is his 3rd season, so they can still pick up his 5th-year option if they wanted to. I don't think they will, but if they wanted to for trade purposes, they could. It's gonna be very interesting. He's just raw. The thing is with Justin Fields, he's raw. He needs a system and he needs consistency so he can develop properly.
Yeah.
But to me, he's a pretty good quarterback. I would give him another shot, but
yeah, I think they should draft his the Ohio State wide receiver.
Marvin Harrison.
Marvin Harrison, yep. To pair him up with Moore.
Listen, you give him and Moore, and then you got a 2-way quarterback like Fields. You give him that continuity, and then you trade back from. I would trade back because you're number 1. Trade back to 3rd. Give the Patriots that number 1 pick. Pick up this year's first, next year's first, and maybe like a 3rd and a 5th or something like that. And then try to with that get Marvin Harrison with that pick, and then you're gonna go ahead and still have more draft picks this season, so you can go ahead and pick up some extra weapons for him. So yeah, that would be the way I would go if I was them. Because
give the Patriots that pick. Let them pick Caleb Williams, and then
and you pick up at least
they'll give extra picks.
At least 2 firsts and 2 other, maybe like 2 firsts and a
third and a 4th,
or a 3rd and a 4th, exactly, for this year, and absolutely, and that would be the way I would go if I was Chicago.
So right,
Yeah, I agree.
Minnesota. Let's go to Minnesota.
Thank you so much, man. There's a lot of. I'm
Warren
having a
Moon.
blast.
Thank you. Minnesota. Warren Moon.
Frank Tarkenton.
Frank Tarkenton. Yeah, he played the longest, but yeah. Yeah.
Go with Moon. I mean,
Dante Culpepper.
I would go.
Yo, wait.
I
Let's talk about.
hold up. Who I watched was Culpepper.
Yeah.
That's who I watched.
Oh, you saw the Culpepper days.
And he was the best Dolphin too. No.
Yeah.
Oh
I
wow,
want to
you
be biased
right,
and say
bro.
Culpepper, but I can understand. We could go Brett Favre. I mean, if we wanted to. But
Yeah, Brett Favre. Yeah, that's right. Brett Favre did play there. He played there for like 2 seconds.
And we
maybe
could
a
almost say
couple of
Marino.
downs.
You know what I mean? So
Ooh.
I know it would have been Marino had Marino landed there. Yeah, he only had to show up at training camp, and he automatically would have been the greatest in their history.
Literally.
It's hard for Minnesota, but yeah, I'll say Warren Moon. Right, Warren Moon played there. Yeah.
Moon.
No, Randall Cunningham. Randall Cunningham played there.
Randall Cunningham played there.
Yeah.
Cunningham played there. Yeah, they had a good amount.
He played with Randy Moss.
That's
true.
They had actually some good quarterbacks in Minnesota.
Chris Carter.
Chris Carter. That team
Carter was there.
That team was 15-1 in the regular.
They had the Carter brothers, just like we had the Marx brothers. They had
they
Chris
were
and Anthony Carter.
15-1 and lost in the NFC Championship game to Atlanta.
Oh, that was a heartbreaker. There,
missed field goal by a kicker.
Missed that field goal.
He didn't miss a field goal all season long until
that one. Yep.
As a matter of fact, Minnesota is the Buffalo of the NFC. 0-4 in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, they're literally the Buffalo's doppelganger.
Bringing it current times, I would say that they absolutely need a quarterback. Dobbs is not it. Whoever else they got in the building is not it.
Mullins is their best.
So they need a quarterback badly, like this year. So
unless Curtis resigns and be a bridge quarterback.
All right. This next team is going to be a debate. It's going to really be a debate. Green Bay Packers.
Favre. Don't even talk to me. Brett Favre.
I'm going Aaron
Bart
Rodgers.
Starr.
Get the.
I'm going Bart Starr.
Yeah.
I'm going Aaron Rodgers.
You can say Bart Starr. Yeah.
Bart
I'm
Starr.
willing to give it up for Starr. Ain't no
Don
way.
Don Mikowski.
Rodgers, please get the.
I'm going Jordan Love or Don Mikowski.
Why do you always gotta do that, Crypto? This man just Cliff. No, I mean I'm okay with Barr, but for me, because I got to watch him, Brett Favre will be, in my opinion, their best quarterback ever. That's just
is it Favre or Favre?
It's Favre.
Favre.
Because it's
Brett Favre.
No, it's look, whatchamacallit, what's that? Damn Silence of the Lambs. I had with Favre and Favre beans. Keontae and Favre beans.
Favre beans. The Favre beans.
The Favre beans, whatever. Yes. But so I'm gonna stick with my guns and say Aaron Rodgers. Sorry.
I'll say Rodgers too.
Nope, I'm pushing back. Why?
Huh?
Why Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers?
He been to deeper into the playoffs longer.
Super Bowl, and
even though
he
they
had
lost.
more MVPs.
Yeah, he has more league MVPs than Favre.
Oh my God, I can't.
Shoot, whatchamacallit? I'm sorry, Brett Favre had Mike Homegrown. Was that? We didn't have Homegrown or something like that.
Yeah, Homegrown. Yeah, yeah, he did.
I can't.
Yep.
And
Andy Reid Sr. basically. That's what he looked like.
I can't stand Rodgers, and absolutely not. No. And you know what? I'm gonna say this: that last back-to-back MVPs that he won, he should have never won the MVP. That should have been Tom Brady, and I hate Tom Brady. But Tom Brady,
do you think Tom Brady should have got one of them?
That second one is 100% should have been Tom Brady. It should have the Tampa Bay, the Super Bowl year. It should have never been Aaron Rodgers. It wasn't that 2020, right? They won 2020 or 2021. I forgot which one it was. But
no, they won in 2018. It should have been 2019.
That last one he got should have never gone to him. It should have gone to Tom Brady, period. In my personal opinion. Now, as far as current times, No, they got their quarterback for the future.
Yeah.
They gotta give him whatever he needs to extend him for at least 5 years. They got a really
Yeah,
great
they
guy
had
in
the
Jordan Love.
trifecta of
Yeah, and
picking
I
all their
wish
quarterbacks in 30-year period without having to worry about anything.
the, it's like they're doing the Steelers version, but instead of head coaches and quarterbacks,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, right. They're doing the Steelers version of quarterbacks,
Yeah,
right?
three
Only really
quarterbacks.
having three quarterbacks in the last
Really,
30 years. Yep.
not even 30
Right.
years, bro. Like the last 50 years, you could easily say three quarterbacks, and then the same thing for Steelers.
The Steelers with head coaches, yeah.
Three head coaches in the last what 60,
Since the
70
Forever.
'70s.
years.
Since the
Yeah,
'70s.
Since
70. Yeah,
since the 70s,
what is
yeah.
that? Yeah,
So
that's
50
like
plus years.
50 plus 60 years. Like, yeah, it's insane. And they've all won Super
That
Bowls.
is insane, yeah.
All three
They've
of them
all
won
won
Super Bowl.
Right.
Super Bowls, just like Brett Favre and Rodgers. Is Jordan Love
Right. And
making his
if
reign?
if Jordan Love next, exactly, that's what I'm saying. Is
Mm-hmm.
he next on the docket? That's crazy. How
That
those
would be.
franchises
That
do
would
that.
be. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
So Detroit Lions, Dan Campbell.
No, they don't need a
Rodney Pete.
quarterback.
I want
Rodney
who's their
Rodney Pete is the best quarterback
I can't even
because
tell.
it's got the name Pete in there, so it's
I,
obviously
I,
it's got to
I'm
be
gonna
the
say
best.
Matthew Stafford.
I again, I grew up watching Matthew Stafford in the line, so I will be
Yeah.
biased to say Stafford because of Megatron. Like that, who didn't like Megatron? You know what I mean? You literally had a
Matthew
little action
Stafford.
figure because of him. But
Mhm.
Yeah.
I would say
Jared
Stafford.
Goff is making a name for himself, though. I'm gonna say Goff probably is taking it away because he took the franchise further.
He's got to win a Super
Yes.
Bowl. He will out. He will definitely take him over the hump. You know what I mean? But it's got to be that Super Bowl, man. And then he'll officially be the best QB they've had.
So
No, he don't have to win the Super Bowl because he took him further than Stafford did in that uniform.
Oh,
He's
true,
performed
true.
better.
But I'm saying to make him overall
more better.
more better, yeah, then
Yeah.
it would have to be that Super Bowl win, or at least get to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? That would be it.
But
But
in my mind, he made it to the Super Bowl. Dan Campbell's the reason why they didn't get there. It
facts,
was nothing to do with Jared Goff.
yeah, that second, fourth and two that they went for, fourth and three, he should have never. The
Yeah.
first one, I get it. That was in the first quarter. But dude,
No, that was that third quarter.
no,
That
no.
was even more egregious.
The first one was in the first
Mhm.
quarter. The second one was in the third quarter. That's the one we're talking about. That he should have never done that.
No. It was one late in the fourth and one in the third in the second half.
He didn't. It wasn't.
Remember when San Fran came out and kicked the field goal? They immediately went
You're
down the
right.
field goal range and went for it.
You're right.
And then that's when they got the turnover,
Because he
and then
didn't
they
take
went
the
down and
point.
scored.
Because he
Yeah, he
didn't
didn't take the
the point, and
points.
that would have been the difference.
By the
Made
way, I
it a
changed my
3-point
mind.
game.
It's Bart Starr.
Extra
Bart
three.
Starr is the Green Bay quarterback, best quarterback from Green Bay.
Yeah.
Bart Starr. Not only is he the best Green Bay quarterback, he's the best Alabama quarterback as well.
Yeah, that's true. The best Alabama quarterback. He
You
beats
just.
out Joe Namath.
Oh my God! Stop! Don't talk to me about Alabama. I can't stand Alabama. I can't.
I thought Nick Saban was your favorite, Miss Phins.
Dude, don't even whisper his name to me. I can't
Yeah.
stand that man. What he did.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't
Thank
even.
you.
I don't even get Affleck because of Nick Saban.
I can't. Like, don't even. I can't. And Nick Saban, man. No, I can't. And right now, I think they don't need a quarterback. I think the Lions don't need a quarterback. They got their quarterback. Just
Yeah, they
keep.
won't be drafting none anytime
They don't
soon.
need one.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah.
Right. All right. We'll round this up with the NFC East. Washington.
Washington.
Fitzpatrick. No.
Hail to the Redskins. Oh, they're not the Redskins no more.
Uh-huh.
There will always be the Redskins for me. I don't care what anybody. The commies. Like, you rather that than Redskins? No, I'm calling them the Redskins.
His mama named him Redskins.
I'm going to say Doug
Redskins.
Williams is the best quarterback for them.
Mm.
He won the Super Bowls. He's better than Mark Rippon. He's better than Jay Schrader. Who's the other bum? No, Schrader was all right. But Yeah, I would say Doug Williams. I'm going to go with Williams.
Fine, I'll go with Williams. To be honest with you, I wouldn't. I wasn't really thinking about their all over, all time.
Oh, the all-time greats. Yeah, Williams is one of them.
I
Yeah.
couldn't even think about it. Now, do they need a quarterback?
Yes.
Now with Howell, no. Yeah, maybe. I guess you could say. I think Howell's got potential. He led the league in passing before they played us. Then they went downhill right after our game.
Yeah, but
We were the reason why they went downhill. They went south immediately after they played us.
Yeah, they crypto that. You know what I mean? They just.
Yep.
So,
yeah. That's right. Washington quarterback down. I'm trying to think of one.
RG3 is the other one that I liked.
Kirk Cousins. I'm gonna say Kirk Cousins.
Nah, I don't know if he played enough downs with them. But yeah, he's all right. But no, Doug Williams is far.
No, they franchise tag him. They franchise tag him. They franchise tag him twice.
That is true.
Was it twice or was that Alex Smith?
No, that was him.
Because Alex Smith got hurt there.
Yeah. But I'm saying he got Kirk Cousins got franchise tagged twice.
Yeah, but Kirk Cousins always doing them 1 or 2 year deals. He never signed.
I was just about to say, can we?
He always signing one. That's what we need to start doing, and for everybody,
It's gonna be one of the smartest quarterbacks of all time, because those 1 or 2 deals, 2 years,
it helps out the team.
They're almost fully guaranteed every single time, and it helps out the team. And it's like, holy smokes, and he just keep renewing it and keep renewing. This man has made, when quarterbacks were making 25 mil, this man was still making 45 a year. It's just because you didn't notice it because it was only a 2-year deal. So he was making 40 mil 1 year, 45 the next. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That one of the
he structured his deals the perfect way. Yeah.
Oh my God, one of the smartest QBs when it comes to structuring his deals. Because it doesn't put any pressure on the franchise, but he gets his money. And he's been making what quarterbacks make now. This man has been making for over 6-7 years the same amount, practically guaranteed the entire amount.
100%.
Yeah.
100%, yes.
Because he gets that big signing bonus when he renews, and then they break the rest in those 2 years. This man is genius. I needed to say it, man.
All right. Next is the New York Giants. I'm gonna say Phil Simms.
Eli. I don't care what nobody tells me.
I might go Eli too. But Phil Simms is a close. Yeah, he's in there. He's in the running.
Fine, I get it.
But Phil is more consistent. He's more of a. He's more of a consistent guy. Yeah.
Fine.
I'll say Phil. Yeah, I'm not thinking about. I'm thinking about his overall accuracy, body of work, leadership percentage.
Oh no, actually, listen. When you have a Reggie White tackling you, there's no.
The game was so different back then; it didn't make no sense.
It was.
Come on, man. It was real football.
It was real football back then.
Not flag football like that. But can I get my case?
Go for it. I know he beat the the dynasty.
Thank you. The literal Kraken was released, and this man, the most improbable run to the Super Bowl, being a wild card team, they weren't even supposed to make the playoffs that season. Win their last game of the season, make the playoffs, beat the divisional round. Beat it in a conference, because obviously wild card divisional conference, and then they get to the Super Bowl, massive underdogs, and in one flipping play, not only do they beat the New England Patriots, if I'm not mistaken, New England had won prior to, and they were looking for their back-to-back. They didn't get it, and
they were undefeated.
Completely stopped that undefeated run, and because of them, because of Eli, that is my second.
I understand
team.
that.
That is my second team, and I will.
I told you I won money on that game too. $194.
me
Well,
tell you.
actually, like I
I
said,
remember
when my
where I was, who I was with, what I was wearing, what I was eating. Like I woke everybody up. Like I was screaming so loud. So I
I know
said,
your
"Oh
dad wasn't
man,
happy about it.
thank you." Oh
I know
no,
your
no,
dad wasn't happy.
no, no. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. I woke up everybody. I was screaming out of the top of my lungs, and I'm telling you right
Man.
now, it was one of the greatest feelings of all time in Super Bowl history, in my opinion. And
By the
so,
way, I'll never forget. All I know is Phil Simms never won a quarter. Hey, listen, Phil Simms never won a Super Bowl like this.
no look past. Don't look past. Come on, man, give it to me.
I wasn't really past that. I was holy crap. He's about to tackle me.
I'm gonna go with no look. But listen, the only jersey I will
Hey,
ever buy that's not a Dolphins jersey is Eli's blue jersey. That's the only
well,
one I would ever buy.
funny thing is, listen, I have New York ties because my parents, when my parents came, my dad came in 60, and my mom came in 63, and of course they weren't sending Cubans to Miami at that time. They were all going shipping them to New York. So my parents met and got married in 1963 in Long Island. And then had 3 of my siblings were born in New York. I was the only one that was lucky enough to be born in Miami. So
Wow.
I've
Wow,
lived
they
in New
moved to
York.
Florida, huh?
Fun fact:
Huh.
Yep.
my parents weren't even born.
So
You say your parents wasn't born when?
In '63, my parents weren't even born. They weren't
yeah.
even a thought. Like, and I
Oh
have
man,
New
in
York ties.
'63. Huh?
Yeah, I have New York ties too because my grandfather from my mom's side grew up in Brooklyn, and my dad grew up in Long Island, Garden City. So, like, me and my brother always made fun of my dad because he always said four, and I'm like, Daddy, it's
Yeah,
four.
that
What is that
accent
for?
strong.
So
Yeah,
sometimes
Yeah.
it comes out because I still got cousins and uncles
Yeah,
and aunties.
we grew up in Freeport.
Yeah, no. So he grew up in Garden City, and my grandfather grew up in Brooklyn. So
What's funny is too, I have a coworker who's a diehard Patriots fan. He has whatchamacallit, tattoo of right here on his arm of the Patriot logo, whatever.
hmm
And his daughter, she's a cutie. She's about 10 years old. Is a Dolphins fan. And he hates it. So it kind of reminds me of.
go Dolphins,
As a matter of fact, I bought her a Dolphin shirt just for her.
dude. You
I said,
so
"Here, get to
screwing
you."
with him. I
And
love
he
it.
bought her a tour
Yeah.
jersey. So,
Oh, okay.
I love
but
it.
so anyway, we got that out the way. Let me see. Where's the
We got Dallas and we got Philly left.
Philly's next.
Well, all time, you gotta say Dominic
Randall
McNabb
Cunningham.
for me.
Sorry.
McNabb for me.
Randall
Ron Jaworski.
Wojciechowski.
I'm gonna say definitely Randall Cunningham.
Right
Nah,
now,
Rodney Pete. Ray, you can say Rodney Pete for them too.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he played for them like a good time.
McNabb. I'm gonna go with McNabb.
McNabb, and then it'll be Hurts after McNabb. But
Yeah.
yeah,
And then Nick Folk.
McNabb,
Nick
Nick
Foles.
Foles. Yeah, Nick Foles. Yeah.
I mean, but really,
You
because
sure it ain't
you gotta say Wentz folk because
Marietta?
Mariota.
Yeah.
Oh, the Chip Kelly
The
days.
Hawaiian Stallion.
The Chip Kelly days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they had Chip Kelly here, and
The Chip
Michael Vick was
Kelly.
there too.
they thought it could work, and it did not work.
wait a minute.
Yeah.
What about Vince
Vince Young.
Papali? Vince Papali.
He wasn't a quarterback.
He wasn't a quarterback.
No,
Was he?
he was a special teams player, if I'm correct.
Really?
He played special teams.
I
Yeah,
saw
Vince Papale. Vince Papale was the
him.
guy that he was fighting his ass off to get on the team, and he was like he had to pull some ties because he didn't come from no college or nothing like that. So it was like a school of hard knocks. See, back in the day, there was no social media, none of that. It was like word of mouth, hard work, determination, and that's just what it was.
Dog. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got like I'm sorry you saying that your so wait, so when was your parent? So when was your parents born?
Not gonna say, but but it wasn't 63.
Is
It
it
wasn't.
going in mid
me feel
60s?
real old right now.
No,
Because I'm
stop.
like,
Man.
damn.
Like,
Because
yeah,
I mean, I said 77. That's when I was born. I'm like, well, damn.
I was born in 78, so
Yeah. No, I was born in 75. I'll be 50 years old next
70s
year.
club. Hey, you
Yeah.
are the dancing queen.
Even though I'm still 48, but I will be 50 next year.
But
Right.
how the leap year? Is that when you leap in the whole year?
yep.
Well, this is a leap year. This year is a
It
leap
is,
year.
yeah.
So extra day in March. I mean, extra day in February. So,
Yeah.
you know,
I got a buddy of mine that was actually born on Leap Day. So his birthday occurs
really.
every 4 years.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
what
So he's actually only like maybe 12 years old. Something like that.
Yeah, like my friend, she was born the 29th, but her parents always celebrated the 28th.
Right.
Well,
Be like, happy birthday. How old are you? 12. What? You are old
12.
as 12.
Man, what do you mean 12?
My birthday only occurred 12 times. I'm 12 years old.
No, that's funny as shit.
That's funny.
Oh man, and of course we got the Dallas,
Wait, do
which
they need a
is
quarterback?
Philly.
Yeah.
No, they don't need a quarterback.
They don't need a quarterback. They got hurt, so yeah.
And Philly, obviously, I'm gonna go Troy Aikman.
Oh, no.
No, who was the first quarterback who won the Super Bowls? With
Roger
Roger
Staubach.
Staubach. Roger
Yeah,
Staubach.
Yeah, Starback.
Yeah.
Man,
Oh, good old Roger. He's the
no,
original
Tony
scrambler.
Romo.
Him and
Tony Romo.
Tuckerton.
get the
Tony
Tony
Romo.
Romo?
Yes.
You sure it ain't Cooper Rush?
I was gonna
As a
say
matter of
Cooper
fact, as a matter of fact,
Yo, Crystal, you
hey,
have that
listen.
right here. I was gonna say,
As a matter of fact, hey, listen. Tony Romo was the first one to have a celebrity girlfriend, Jessica Simpson. Before,
Mm,
remember?
That didn't
he
last long.
was. Yep, Jessica Simpson. Yep.
That didn't last long at all.
It sure didn't, them winners.
It
oh,
That
didn't.
one ended like as soon as it started up,
Yo,
right?
that
They didn't even
fizzled quick.
get him a Super Bowl.
Didn't fizzle quick. It fizzled out quick.
yeah. I think.
And of course, you know they're not getting. Listen, Tua. This is one of the reasons why the Dolphins are mirror images of the Cowboys. Half the fan base don't like the quarterback that's on the team. They're divided
Yep.
on
It seemed like every era too. Yep.
Cowboys, if you listen to the Cowboy spaces, man, half of them can't stand that. They want to get rid of him. And the other
Right.
half, like,
Exactly. It's like,
quarterback?
and the other guy come in space and said, he had the nerve to say, "How can you say the Cowboys are like the Dolphins?" And he's a Cowboys fan. I'm like, bro, our owners do the same thing when it comes to media, how they handle people, how they gaslight folks. I mean, they do the same stuff you just
They are
said.
the biggest
Our guys do the same thing.
the biggest salesman, dude. Like,
Biggest salesman. They're the biggest meteorites. You know. I'm like, man, the way they sell. Oh man, they upsell. It's not like, would you like the super size this meal? It's more like you want the extra size. You know.
yeah.
Those they don't supersize their meals; they get the extra size. I'm like, man,
That is true. I would say it's hard to go against Starback, if I'm gonna be honest with you. It's hard, but I understand the case for Troy Aikman. Come on, man. Like, this man won multiple Super Bowls, so I'm gonna go Troy
yeah,
Aikman.
actually, both did.
They both did. Yeah, true, because they have five as a franchise. Uh, but I would have to say, yeah, it's gonna have to be. I'll go Troy Aikman because
Aikman's the most accomplished. Yeah,
yeah,
I got you.
so I'm gonna go Aikman with that one. Do they need a quarterback? No, they're stuck with their quarter. I mean, I almost said they're stuck with their two.
Yeah, correct. Pretty much. Yeah.
But if I'm not mistaken, isn't he year 2 of his contract, of his like 5-year contract already, or like year 3 of his 5-year contract? Because he got his contract 2
Ooh, it
years
may
ago, right?
be
2 or 3
three.
years.
Yeah. Year 3 of
So
it. Yeah.
he's going into year 4. So I feel like they have an out within the next 2 years. Ooh. They
After
might be
2025 season. Yes.
Yeah, I think they'll be looking for a quarterback. You'll see. I don't think it'll get extended, in my opinion. So.
Yep.
Man, that was. Yo, Shake Money, that was awesome, dude. I absolutely loved it. Wow, that's pretty cool. I will have to say, hands down, if you don't mind me saying this, honorary quarterback. I feel like I need to shout him out. Mm-hmm. The greatest Dolphins quarterback of all time is Pat White. I feel like he.
We have a Pat White. Listen,
we have a Pat White.
Holy shit, man!
I vividly remember watching that game with my family. I'm like, have you ever seen 3 quarterbacks go out in the same game? Like, literally, that was the first time.
That was crazy.
The first one was down the second, and then here comes Pat White and gets nailed by Ryan Clark. I'm like, we just can't catch a break at this point. Wasn't one of our linebackers our emergency quarterback? Right?
It was Ryan Clark. Wasn't that guy who caught thick as a stripper or something like that?
No, not him. I don't think it was him, was it?
Yeah, it was Ryan Clark.
Was it?
Yeah, they caught too thick.
Oh, Thickums? No, was it him?
It was another.
Yeah, it was
one,
Ryan Clark. He caught two. Yeah, he's thick. Yeah, that's Ryan Clark from the Steelers.
It was a guy from the Steelers that took him out.
No, they called Tua thick. He said Tua, the guy who took out Pat White, Ryan Clark, called Tua thick. He's as thick as a stripper.
He got thicker than a Snicker.
Yeah. No, thicker than a stripper. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was funny, but man, this was awesome. Like,
all right, all right. Then before we end this up, let's do a little news.
Ooh, news.
You're in the news.
Welcome to the news, ladies.
In the news. Dunkin' Donuts.
Before we do get into the news.
I gotta go get a Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Go ahead, Shake. My bad.
Before we get in the news, let's
Damn.
Before we get in the news, let's give a shout out to our sponsors.
New seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan in 100% authentic gear. Fanatics, officially licensed everything.
Get ready to dive into a new world of online shopping with the Phins tailgate. Whether you're a die-hard sports fan or just looking for the latest fashion trends, we've got you covered. With a wide variety of products from your favorite sports teams to stylish accessories and home decor, we're your one-stop shop for all things tailgate. Our easy-to-use website and hassle-free checkout process make shopping with us a breeze. Plus, with frequent sales and discounts, you won't want to shop anywhere else. So come on in and join the party at the Phins Tailgate, your new go-to destination for all things tailgate.
And lastly,
macadamian.
Yeah.
Yes,
oh
Chef Jew with the macadamian and the Oreo.
You know where you can get these? Call up my man Chef Jew. Let Chef Jew cook for you. Hit him up 786-804-8096 786-804. He's in the Tri-County area, Miami, West Palm Beach.
Can he send some to Maryland?
Hey, listen, you mentioned Phins Tailgate, get 10% off your first order.
There you go.
With that being said, now the Lions, as we previewed earlier, are going to be airing this new banner in their stadium.
Taylor Swift. Man, that's wrong.
You see now, listen, Durham Smythe, you need to act now because the Baltimore Ravens, they took our running back. everything we want, Baltimore Ravens does it first. So we need to get ahead of this. Durham Smythe, don't make this happen.
What?
There you go.
Someone really said this. I can't. People,
Wow.
People need to stop. Nobody needs the meat suit. I'm sorry. No one needs the meat suit.
We need to preempt it. We need to do a preemptive strike. Durham Smythe,
Right.
you're single. Let's make this happen.
Yeah,
Right.
we got to make it happen. Lady
Hey,
Gaga.
Crypto, what's our favorite news source? You remember? Can you tell the people out there what's my favorite news source to go to?
The moms of I forgot.
Sports Mommy.
Sports Mommy.
Mommy
Yes,
is
it's
a website.
I know it's Mommy something.
Yeah, Sports Mommy is a website on Facebook. You can look it up. Sports Mommy. Just look it up. And according to Sports Mommy, this is what Nick Saban had to say about Brock Purdy. You're below average in height. Your arm strength is whatever, and your accuracy is average.
When did he say this?
Wow.
Recently?
I guess when we're scouting him for college. I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Man.
hey, that 7th round pick. Guess what?
The man taking grudges.
My God, I almost said something, and I think I would have been canceled by Dolphin fans. So let me not, because.
All right.
Let me handle the truth.
And speaking of Brock Purdy, we'll stick with Brock Purdy because shots are being fired. Cam might be right. I may be the 10th best player on my team, but I know there's over 90 quarterbacks on the roster, and he ain't on it. He ain't 1-on-1.
Oh man. Oh man, he ain't one. Man.
Ooh, that's
shots fired.
Bro, he broke cannons to that gun show. Like that was a RPG. Like that was smooth operator with this one. Like, man.
Shots fired.
It's rough. It's rough.
I
know he didn't
like that. They getting in the trenches. They in the trenches. Them boys.
And there's one other article I'm looking right here for Sports Mommy. On Sports Mommy, my favorite source of information.
So adorable.
And I can't find it right now, but the gist of the article was that fact that the GM of the Raiders wanted to draft CJ Stroud, but McDaniels overturned him and said, no, you don't want him. Yeah, they had a chance to get CJ Stroud, but McDaniels.
All right, they're winners.
Yeah, winners.
Okay. My man, with the show still going on, we're still live, sir. What the?
Got a puff give.
Hey, listen, ain't nobody here, so hey.
Where's McDaniels again?
Okay, so you got puff give.
Josh McDaniels.
No. I'm saying, where is he, McDaniels?
He's unemployed right now.
Unemployed.
He's unemployed right now. They kicked him on the street.
Last time I checked, the GM made final decisions, but okay, I guess that.
Well, when he got the job, he probably you know what I mean.
They were both fired, by the way.
Yeah.
So, not surprised. And now look at it. Yeah. You know that CJ Stroud, he didn't come out of nowhere. But look at what he's doing. First year, making the playoffs, winning your division, winning a playoff game, and taking your team to the divisional round. And if we're being honest, if it wasn't for a couple of mishaps, the moment got to him. He could have actually won that game.
So if you're looking for good sports and good football content, and you're on Facebook, go to Sports Mommy.
Sports Mommy.
Sports mommy.
It's sports mommy, but it's not your mommy.
Mm-hmm. According to Sportskeeda, though, Chad Johnson is joining Antonio Pierce for the Raiders job as a special.
Yep. Ocho Cinco.
Chad
It was
Cinco,
only, and according to that, it said Chad Johnson. It was only a social media joke.
So,
he said it was a social media joke, or no?
Yeah.
Oh. Then I feel.
Yeah. And Jacoby Myers admitted to the Raiders he didn't feel right until Antonio Pierce took over the head coach. So
they got me with that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what it is.
They had that circulating around.
I can't stand social media, man. Fake news. Like, I really was like, oh, that's awesome. Finally,
it's a cesspool.
Well, Hines Ward did join the Steelers. He's the wide receivers coach.
Don't lie to me, man.
Hines Ward.
For real. Hines Ward.
Then beautiful. I love full circle stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like for me, that warms my heart as a football fan. Because they give their time, their effort, all that they build up, they give everything as a player. That experience to me is invaluable to bring as a coach. So yeah, I'm
yes, it is.
Also, legendary wide receiver Calvin Johnson revealed he started to use cannabis before games towards the end of his career with the pain in his body.
Yeah. He didn't take the shot.
Yep.
Smart. Very smart of him.
We know which one.
Right.
Apparently that was on the RG3 podcast. So.
Yep.
I would love RG3 and his old coach to do a podcast episode. I'd love to hear that conversation.
Can I say something about RG3?
Go ahead.
I blame Mike Shanahan for his demise.
Oh yeah, a lot of people do.
This is why I can't stand Mike Shanahan. I still remember watching with my dad that football game when RG3 got injured in his knee. Everybody saw that. Came out for one play. What is your job as a head coach? To protect your player from himself if you have to. But he was so intent on not having him play that he's like, oh yeah, go ahead and go in. And what happened? We all know. I was like, Daddy, why is he playing? He literally just got murdered in his leg. He's got no leg. The next play, gone. To me, RG3 was in line to be one of the most successful QBs.
He was going to be great, yeah.
His ceiling for me was really high. But I blame Mike Shanahan for cutting his career short.
He was Lamar before Lamar.
Thank you. That's where I was going. He was absolutely Lamar before Lamar, and that's why I can't stand Mike Shanahan for that. And I was like, kid, I just couldn't bear it. That really pissed me off. But back to news.
And staying with Sportskeeda, Pro Football, Dallas is expected to hire Mike Zimmer. Sorry, Zimmer.
No.
Wrong guy.
That's wrong guy. Yo. Oh,
Mike Zimmer.
No, Shake Money, I need you to read these before you say him, sir.
Mike Zimmer as the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys.
That's hilarious. I'm telling you right now.
Oh man, I'm like, oh no.
Man.
He's new.
Zimmer.
And last but not least, Fee Fi Fo Fum. According to Mike Vrabel, scared away some teams for being a large person.
Yeah, I heard that.
His personality.
No, like his physical appearance. They said it at
Oh,
the
he
Senior
is a
Bowl.
big dude. What the fuck?
They said
Well,
because they were
Mike
quoting the
Vrabel,
coaches
huh?
in that were scouting in the Senior Bowl that the reason why he hasn't gotten a head coaching job is because he's a huge guy and it scares people.
Whatever. It's not about
That's
yourself.
insane.
It's about what you bring to
Is
the
it him
table.
or is it the players? Oh, I'm sorry. Just
Right,
All I know is,
right.
yep. All I know is life as a Dolphins fans. Remember this.
Exactly. I got you, babe. Da, 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 da.
that's horrible.
So, hey, that was we had another fun episode. I had a blast with you, Miss Prince. I appreciate you for coming through.
Oh, listen,
It's been a blast. Been a
thank you,
pleasure.
Shay, Crypto, Dolphins winners. This was so much fun. I had so much fun. Thank you for having me.
Yep.
Thank you for the invite. And thank you
You
for
know you're
allowing
always welcome.
me to interject.
Definitely.
Because this was a
You
lot
know.
of fun. And what was I going to say? And I apologize if I was overly excited. This
Yeah,
is
no,
a great
no.
topic, man. Like,
Excitement.
I
Yep.
We welcome
I'm not
excitement here.
sorry. There you go. It was a fun show. So thank you. Thank you for having me. And guys, check me out Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern. Miss Phins, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, everywhere. Merch coming soon. So working on that. That'd be a lot of fun.
Dolphin
Yep.
Winters,
It's coming soon.
and Dolphins Winter. We could catch you on the West Coast Dolphins fan at 8:45 every
Absolutely
Wednesday
on
night.
Wednesday nights. Definitely one of the most calm, cool, and collective podcasts out there in the Dolphin Nation. And I always tell people, listen, you can come to our platform, you can come to us with respect, and you can talk whatever's on your mind. We just proved it the other night, as you know. And I'll tell you this, we got a rhythm going, and we're going to keep on riding that rhythm. And we're almost close to a year. So sky's the limit.
Yeah,
Congrats,
for
man. That's
sure.
awesome.
Exactly.
Thank you. Thank you.
Exactly. Congrats.
How about you, my brother
Yep.
Crypto?
Oh, it's been a pleasure, man. It's been this season's been a nice one. It came in a breeze, like I say, time is something else when you're talking about seconds, hours, days, weeks, months, years, decades, and centuries. It goes by in a blur. We just saw 21 weeks of football whisk by. When me and Dolphins Winter was up in Foxborough,
Mm-hmm.
Massachusetts at Gillette Stadium,
Mm-hmm.
that was
Yep.
week 2 of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. It seemed like it was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
We were sitting
Fact.
there in that tunnel in Gillette Stadium, and what did we say? Remember what I said with them winners? I said maybe we got the mystique, and I did a show about the mystique.
Yep.
Remember that? And I was like, man,
Absolutely.
look at that. Now we're in the Patriots situation where we're
Mm-hmm.
getting all the breaks, we're getting all the things go our way, and the Patriots are
Mm-hmm.
going in the other direction.
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold, here it is, week 21 of the season. The final game will be played at Sunday at 6:30 p.m. out in
Mm-hmm.
Las Vegas. And man, it would have been nice for us to be a participant in that game. Now we all got remote controls watching it. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing
Yeah.
Absolutely.
how time flies by that quick,
Mm-hmm.
just like that. Bam.
We just
And lo and
celebrated
behold,
the New Year's.
and we just celebrated the New Year's. It's already February.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was at that Baltimore game. That was New Year's Eve.
Mm.
You know,
Wow.
yeah, exactly. That was New Year's Eve, and here it is, the second month of the year already.
Oh my
We're in the
God.
second week of the second month.
You're right. Yeah. A month ago, I was at the
Yeah,
Bills game, which was like
yeah,
January 7th. Like,
exactly,
wow.
exactly.
Wow.
A month ago, you was at the Bills game. You and Shake
Yeah.
Money was sitting there
And
at
me
the Bills
also.
game 1 month
I
ago.
was there
Oh,
Yeah,
you
too.
yeah.
was there
With,
too.
with
That's
Winters too.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Chef Jew, you guys. I know Cook
Yeah.
was there.
I got
Yeah.
the pictures.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
month ago today, y'all was in that building. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was sitting
Yeah.
there watching that game a month ago, and it's like, bam! And here it is, Super Bowl Sunday this upcoming week, man. You like, damn! And this off season is probably gonna go by in the same speed. We're gonna be like in March. They're gonna have the underwear Olympics. We all gonna be making fun and joking and stuff like that. Everybody gonna be running their best 40 times and who's going to get this year's off-season Super Bowl, and then we're gonna have the draft the last Thursday, the last weekend of April, and then boom, summertime is here with schedule release in May, right? and we're gonna know where everybody's playing, who they playing, and when they play them, and then bam, we got the summertime, then we got the main training camp, and then boom, we at this. Before you know it, it's fall, and we're starting the next season all over again.
And then before you know it, Tua had a bad preseason game, and the whole season is over.
And the whole season's over, right? Exactly. So go ahead and show the ground. Go ahead and show the groundhog image again. The groundhog thing will be groundhog all over again. You know, we'll be doing the same thing all over again. It'll be like Bill Murray sitting there with the report. You know,
overly dramatic, like
overly dramatic. Yeah, that's us as Dolphins fans. You know,
I gotta make sure that says
we got to get out of that cycle. How Groundhog Day ended, right? You know, where you know what's about to happen. You just got to get out of that zone and escape it. You got to escape that zone.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Look at that. My God.
Oh, man.
I forgot Ali was there too, man. Oh.
Okay. That was the Bills game, right?
Yeah, that was the Bills game at nighttime.
It was so
okay. That's a nighttime. Okay, Ali was it? Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna leave you guys with this. In life, you don't sweat the petty, you pet the sweaty.